Hello everybody, my name is Alexandre Moreira Salles. I'm 25 years old, I'm natural from São Paulo, Brazil, and I recently graduated on production engineering at the University of São Paulo. So in this presentation, I will cover 3 topics: my corporate challenge, how Savot Relay protocol helped me throughout the process, and a couple of recommendations for the company. So I chose BlaBlaCar corporate challenge, and I described it as how to ensure that the regional vision of the company remains the same among all its employees, considering an inevitable increase in complexity to handle its operations. So BlaBlaCar gave us a PDF where it named a few ambitions for the future, and one of them is to be nominated the top 1 best place to work in 2020. So I decided to use the evaluation that this company, Best Place to Work, uses to evaluate other companies to match my recommendations with BlaBlaCar's ambition. The Savot Relay protocol helped me first by providing the framework to analyze the challenge, which is called relation circuit. And this was very useful because it helped me to focus one step at a time and avoided me to jeopardize the whole process by jumping directly to recommendations based on a very superficial analysis. And I also used the 3G approach. I was genuine when I accepted this challenge mainly because I think that my recommendations can really promote a positive impact in the company. I was generous while providing constructive feedback to my peers, and also I was generative by acknowledging the importance of expanding my perception through the feedback that I received from my peers, from the Skype that I had with the Brazilian country manager, and also from the discussion forums. So now I'm going to briefly present my recommendations. If it's necessary, we can set another meeting to discuss them in more details. So first, the tasks that each employee has to do are not defined. So my recommendation is to develop a balanced scorecard, which is a document that clearly defines the goals of the company, the strategies to achieve them, who are responsible for what, and the metrics to measure the progress. So this can be developed by the matrix in accordance with the foreign offices, and these won't affect the queuing autonomy that exists among them. This will just serve to reinforce the sense of integration towards the same goals. And moving on, there is aspect of motivation of employees. I recommend to create an organizational chart that defines the names and roles of the employees. So this will enable to personalize career paths, to develop a training program, and also to track the skills of each employee to allocate resources when necessary. And also, the company can also develop a recognition program to award the employees with the highest performance. You can do this through an article in BlaBlaBlog, stock options, and Bev does this. It's a very powerful benefit. Or you can also provide a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So you have to discover what your employees are passionate about and then give it to them. You can also use BlaBlaBlog to connect employees with the same ambitions and skills so they can interact with each other and develop themselves even further. So moving to the hiring process, instead of using this conventional multiple choice exam to see if there is a fit in the cultures, in values, you can use a more practical exercise. For example, if you need someone for a marketing position, you can come up with a creativity exercise. If you need someone for an operations position, you can come up with a more logical exercise. And in addition, you can expand the benefits program. For example, Google is well known for not providing the highest salary in Silicon Valley, but they still receive thousands of applications every year. So this occurs due to the excellent benefits program that they offer. So BlaBlaCar can do the same. For example, BlaBlaCar can make more partnerships with other service companies, and the employees can take advantage of these benefits, for example, laundering, personal trainer, or something like this. And considering that BlaBlaCar uses cross-functional team, the variety of communication channels can delay the decision-making process. So my idea is to narrow these to a single platform. So this will group all the discussions to a single place. It's easy to identify employees per project, and also it's easier to monitor the progress. And finally, there is a concern regarding the lack of involvement among employees from different places. What we can do is to expand the period of the exchange programs. 1 week, I think it's not enough to get acquainted with the routine of the office. And if you expand these, you can create possibilities to make the bonds a bit tighter among employees and also make your company more integrated. And finally, you can create a challenge tab where people can post problems So people can share knowledge to handle problems from different offices. For example, Google uses a wall, so people post problem there that they're struggling to solve, so other employees can also see and solve it. So that's it, guys. Thanks you for your attention. Bye-bye.